Welcome to Recapping Movie Expilant. In the opening scene of the movie, a woman by the name of Emmalini Alexander has shut herself away in her room in an old mansion. When the butler comes to tell her that she needs to eat, Emmalini bolts from her room, ties a rope around her neck, and uses a statue as a weight. She declares that whatever is happening will end with her and hangs herself in modern-day New York City. Along with her, Evelyn Evie Jackson is employed as a server at a snobby museum. Friend Grace Peoples Best. When to include you on the list? Evie had felt lonely since her father died when she was 14 and her mother died of cancer 5 months earlier. She then utilizes a DNA kit to discover more information about her extended family. Evie receives a message from a young British man named Oliver Alexander. After some hesitation, she agrees to meet with him in person. They have lunch and talk about some of Oliver's family history because Evie is a descendant of Emmalini, who had a child from an extramarital affair. Oliver then invites Evie to London for a wedding between other distant relatives. Despite being a little anxious, Evie agrees that when she gets to the DeVille estate in London, where the wedding will be held, she first meets the stuffy butler Mr. Fields before seeing the estate's master, Walt DeVille. Evie calls Grace to tell her about the estate and how hot Walt is. Later, she walks through the halls and witnesses Mr. Fields instructing a group of maids, choosing one to work in a specific area of the house. Evie is charmed by his kind demeanor and handsome looks, and he promises to make her feel at home. Evie is given a tour by the head maid, Mrs. Swift, who tells her about the bells in the house and how they are. The following morning, Evie is invited to a family reunion to meet the rest of the clan. The great-uncle of the family welcomes Evie. Walt also approaches Evie and makes an effort to flirt with her. 2 other maids are assigned to work in a wine cellar. While they initially play around, they are soon picked off and grabbed by the same mysterious creature. Evie meets the tall bee outside the party. Following that, Evie and Walt sit in where they watch the fireworks in their bedroom. Couple exchange their first smooch. As Evie approaches Walt, she is a pre-wedding pampering invitation. Victoria Lucy's and other students meeting. Female visitors. Victoria continues to belittle people while Lucy, in her opinion, is more of a, throughout the session, a friend's finger was Evie, is severed, and Victoria starts sucking a number of personal data, including her Facebook profile, as well as other material. Walt also appears to try to trick Evie into agreeing to a marriage. The family hosts a dinner where Evie believes she will finally meet the bride and groom after a speech is given. Walt announces that he and Evie are engaged. Evie confronts Walt and threatens to leave, but he persuades her that he had no bad intentions in doing so. He manages to seduce her, and the two make love for the first time. Walt also appears to try to the relatives, as Evie has consented, surprise her by marrying him. The family eventually brings forth one. They slashed her throat as one of the maids. And Philibase, Mrs. Swift aids Evie in escaping despite knowing she will be killed because she feels bad about what happened to Emmalini. Although she tries to flee, Mina knocks her out and waits for the others to get her. Evie is ready for the wedding as she is about to say her vows, but she remembers her mother's encouraging words and she intends to fight back. Jonathan and Mina Harker are soon discovered to be loyal to the vampire clan. Evie asks for their help and is invited into their shop as Mina calls for help. Evie ingests Walt's blood, and as he passes away, Evie's vampirism wears off. 2 weeks later, Oliver is still searching for Evie. She locates him first and enlists Grace to assist in killing him. With that, the movie comes to a close. If you've made it this far, please give my channel a